Hey guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I'm your host Bastion. This is... I don't really know if there's a name for this. Let's call it a channel update. I guess that's what people usually call these kinds of things. So, as many or all of you might have noticed, I have not posted a video in a very long time. And I thought I would just sort of make a quick video explaining why, in case you're at all interested, and also what to expect from this channel going forward, because I feel like I owe it to you guys who do watch me pretty regularly and have taken the time to subscribe and like videos and comment and everything. You guys deserve some kind of explanation and some kind of understanding of what to expect moving forward. So let's just start with that, the bad news, which is that moving forward, this channel, as you've come to know it, is basically dead. I'm kind of all done doing daily Nintendo news. I love Nintendo, and I get very excited when very exciting news comes out, but I find it very difficult lately to make basically the process used to be. I'd throughout every single day, as soon as I wake up, well, usually it's when I would go to work. I used to have a desk job, I used to be a web designer, so I'd go to an office, I'd sit down, check my email, then I would pull up GoNintendo.com and Nintendo Everything and various other news sites, and I would spend the first part of the day going through everything that came out in the past 24 hours, basically going back to where I last left off, looking at Nintendo news, which was usually like 24 hours from that point or whatever, maybe 23 hours or 22. Anyways, and then I would make a list of everything that seemed halfway interesting to talk about, and then there would come a point where I'd record the video and look at these lists, and sometimes I'd skip some of the stuff and think, that's not that interesting. Sometimes I would go ahead and talk about stuff that I didn't find at all interesting, but I knew that Nintendo fans in general found interesting, so I felt like I was providing a service and talking about something that I didn't really give a crap about, but people probably did. But as time went on, I found it more and more difficult to want to talk about stuff that I wasn't personally invested in. Things like, this is going to shock a lot of you, or maybe not so much, things like Splatoon. It's fun, but I don't really keep up with the news on Splatoon. I don't, and especially Splatoon 2, I have no idea what's going on, and I don't care to know what's going on. It's a fun game, but it's not really my type of game. I just really like Zelda and Mario, basically, and RPGs. So, as a result, there came a point about a couple months ago where I was meant to be, or like about a month ago, where I was meant to be recording a video. I made a list of all this stuff that I wanted to talk about, but then, spur of the moment, I was going to go camping, so I thought, oh well, whatever, I'll just record it while camping. But that didn't end up happening because I was having so much fun camping. I didn't want to interrupt that fun by doing something that used to be a fun hobby for me, but had eventually become more of an obligation. I thought, no, I don't want to stop having fun in order to do this obligation. And then I realized, well, wait a minute, why am I doing this obligation anyway? If I'm not enjoying it, why am I doing it? So the short answer, the short version of what I should have said is, I will continue putting out videos on this channel, but it's only going to, and they may very well be Nintendo news oriented, but they're only going to be about things that I'm super excited about. The next time a new Zelda game is announced for 3DS or Switch, there will be a video up here and I will tell you everything I have to think about it, but I'm probably not going to make a new video every day or every week that talks about the new information that's come out. It might be one video a month or something like that, or maybe even less frequent if we don't get any news about any new upcoming Zelda game. So, that's what's going on with this channel. But also, I will continue making videos for this channel. They just won't necessarily be Nintendo news related. They might be more things like my unnecessary censorship videos, where I took that old Zelda cartoon and made it sound like Link or Zelda or whomever was swearing. there might be more things like that, but not with any scheduled regularity or anything. So this is no longer really a news channel at all, which is kind of sad to me, because that's what that was the whole point of this channel. Is, in case you don't know the history of why I came up with this channel and everything, it's because I, geez, I don't even know what year it was, but I was visiting my mom, who lives out in the country, one summer for a month, and I got really bored, and so I noticed I always checked ZeldaUniverse.net and various other Zelda fan sites every day religiously, because I think a new game was, I think we were starting to learn that, we didn't know it was called Skyward Sword, but we knew that something was being developed for the Wii. It was Zelda Wii maybe at that time or whatever. And so I kept checking to see if there was any new info about it. And then I noticed they posted a thing saying, hey, we're looking for writers. And I was like, I'm a writer and I enjoy Nintendo news. I've never been a news writer, but I write fiction and that's fun. So you can hear my dog over there scratching himself while scratching near his collar. Anyways, so I figured that might be fun. I need to kill some time while I'm here. Well, anyways, long story short, eventually I became the editor-in-chief at Zelda Universe, and then I defected from Zelda Universe to Zelda Dungeon when, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking about this, but oh well, when, you know, these positions at these fan sites are not paid, typically. Writers for a Zelda fan site are not paid. They're doing it because they love Zelda so much, and so, as a result, the turnover rate is dramatic. You know, eventually people realize that was kind of fun for a moment, but I've got a real life I need to attend to, so I can't be devoting all of this time to volunteer for some site wherein the site owner is making plenty of money off of my hard work by way of ads and whatnot. So anyways, at some point the owner of Zelda Dungeon offered me to do the same thing, be editor-in-chief over at Zelda Dungeon, but paid. And so I said, well, of course, heck yeah, I can quit. I don't even remember if I quit a job or if I was in between jobs at that point, but anyways, I went to work for Zelda Dungeon for a while, but then eventually he couldn't afford to pay me anymore, so I stopped doing that. And then, but I think it was back during my time at Zelda Universe, I was like, I really enjoy, we did the Zelda Universe mailbag things, that series, and I was like, I really enjoy doing these. I want to do something more frequent than this rotating roster, maybe for my own channel, and I'm on top of all of the latest Nintendo news. Why don't I create a channel where it's all about Nintendo news? So that's why this channel came to exist. But as time has moved on, I do not check news sites every single day anymore, so I have no idea what's going on, and I don't know if this is a sad thing or not, but frankly I don't really care to know. I figure if there's anything breaking news related, if Nintendo puts out a Nintendo Direct and says, oh my gosh, we're releasing the 4DS, here's what it's gonna be and stuff, I'll be all over that, I'll be on top of it. I will know just by the way of social media these days. I don't need to check a news site every day to learn like about this fan creation or that fan creation or this tiny piece of information about this Nintendo game that all the fans except me are all over. I don't need to know about any of that stuff, so I'm no longer doing that, and I'm focusing my time elsewhere. Again, I will put videos out on this channel, they just won't be with any promised frequency, just when there's breaking super interesting stuff about Zelda or a new Nintendo system. There will definitely be some kind of, oh my gosh, can you believe this type video, but don't come to me hoping that I'll be on top of the latest and greatest news. That's not going to happen anymore. But also, what I am doing is I realized, well, I haven't made time to really play certain old school games that are still on my list of things that I want to replay or play for the first time, so I figured, why don't I start a Twitch channel? So some of you might have already discovered that. I was planning to try to announce it, but then I realized I'm not posting on this channel anymore, so I haven't. But anyways, if you want to, you can follow me over on Twitch, where I'm streaming several times a week. In fact, probably by the time this video gets edited and uploaded, I'll be streaming on Twitch playing like Super Mario 3 or something like that. So if you want to check that out, that's also fine. That's at Twitch TV, twitch.tv/gaming and fitness, because that's the other thing is my life has gotten crazy hectic with my career transition. Again, I said I was a web developer for 3 years, and really longer than that, but at one specific place for 3 years. And when this tiny little company that I worked for got sold to a much larger company and I was going to be out of a job, I thought, do I really still want to be a web designer? I don't think so. I'm really interested. I've been helping friends, training them basically. So as I've mentioned in previous videos, I've been spending a whole bunch of time studying for my personal training certification, and I was just about ready to take that when I realized this particular certification from this particular company I'm not so keen on, actually. It's a bunch of pseudoscience, and if you know anything about me, I'm not one for pseudoscience. I like nice hard facts that have been researched and peer-reviewed, and this is all, in my opinion, a bunch of junk. The stuff that they were trying to force all of their trainers to learn how to do and to do to their clients. Anyways, so I've decided I'm not getting accredited through them anymore, so I've been studying my behind off for a completely different company's personal training certification. So anyways, yeah, fitness is obviously a huge part of my life, and so I figure why not start a Twitch channel where I am playing a video game, so that's the gaming aspect, but I can answer questions if anybody has any about fitness stuff and nutrition and what have you. So that's the whole point of that Twitch channel. But if you want to check that out, that's at twitch.tv/gaming and fitness. Feel free to subscribe to me over there. But again, I will keep releasing videos on this channel. I just don't know what kind of video it will be and when it will happen. But there will be stuff, especially, again, if there's any breaking news about a brand new Zelda game or some new Nintendo system or what have you, there will be a video on here for that. And other than that, I might turn this channel into a vlog style channel, but I don't know that anybody cares about that kind of stuff. So you let me know down in the comments what you think I should turn this channel into. It's not going to be gaming news anymore, but it could be anything else, so let me know. See you guys next time, or see you over on my Twitch stream. See you guys then. Bye.